Make It Run Again is back again with a third episode. Steve Darnell and Merlin Johnson find a truck, again, somewhere on Route 66 in the middle of Arizona. And if that's not enough, they include a boat in their adventures to cross mountains, deserts, and a lake, again.
Okay, what are you gonna drive? Which one? Are we flipping a coin?
I want to drive the Diamond T. I don't want to drive
the
this
Diamond T is not available.
Why do we have to drive
We have to
this?
get these two there.
Don't we have a flatbed? We can have them hauled.
You're gonna love driving one of these at 40 miles an hour. Well, we're gonna average 40 miles an hour. You know?
You want to flip a coin for who drives what?
Yeah, because I mean that's the only way.
So which one do you want to drive?
They're equally as much of a piece
Dude,
of crap as the other one, so
garbage.
it doesn't matter. And we're gonna flip a coin. So what are you, heads or tails?
So what is it? Heads drives the trolley.
Heads, trolley, tails this.
Heads.
Your heads? Oh, you're driving the trolley.
Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! I got the buzz. So Steve hits me up about this missing radiator cap. I'm like, dude, let's not worry about it. It's cool out. It's a big Cummins radiator. I don't think it's a big deal. The thing's not loaded with people. It should make it to Kingman. Oh, we're hot now. All of a sudden, smoke starts coming through the dash. Well, it turns out that it's steam. The radiator's starting to boil over, and the steam is getting all over the engine and steaming up through the dash on the trolley.
Well, our first breakdown with the trolley. We don't have a radiator cap, and I think she's getting hot, real hot. I've been watching steam coming out of the dashboard from way back here. Anyway, let's see what's up.
So I roll over to the side of the road. I'm getting water spots on the windshield. I already know the radiator cap's not there. I'm blowing water out the radiator. I see the temperature gauge coming up. We've already got our first breakdown.
I'm telling you, we're not 10 miles out of town, and I can see steam coming out of the dash of the trolley from where I'm sitting. So I'm looking through the windshield of my truck all the way through about 40 feet of trolley, and I can see the steam coming out of the dash.
I think it puked water out. Maybe we should have put a cap on it. I don't know, it was fine up the hills. As soon as I started down, it's just like water.
You guys don't really believe that there's not a camera filming us, right? Like when you watch this, like you gotta know that there's other people with us. So we got Shane driving, okay?
Water boy.
We got Chaka in the front seat as a backup in case we gotta have somebody crawl underneath this thing because he's little. And we've got probably 2 cases of water in there. In case we are in the desert technically. So Shane, see, he just throws the water, watch. See, he stands right there, throws the water. This is how we have fun broke down.
If we were in the trailer park, this would be like...
Smoking crack. Whatever you're doing. Oh, you're making a cap. Look at that. There's our radiator cap. Yeah.
Such a beautiful.
Woo! Let's go. Let's hit the road, homie. Back on the road again.
So we're back on the road. It looks like the radiator cap's holding. This thing ain't got no power. So I see the temperature climbing up again, so I'm waving for Steve to come and give me a push and help me up the hills.
Here's where things might get a little ugly. We have to ever so gently tap up on Merlin like this, push his ass over the hill. Here we go. He needs a good push.
look in the mirror, I see Steve is really close, and all of a sudden I start accelerating. It's like he's just come up behind me and just give me a big old push with about 10 miles an hour faster. I think she's warm again. She's steaming. Oh yeah. Dude, I think your cap's holding pressure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was steaming when I got here, but the cap's all swole up.
But it's holding pressure.
It's holding pressure.
Well, we know that a plastic water bottle and some electrical tape will frickin' get us a ways. We need to tag our ride, dude.
Yeah.
But I need to stand on something. What do you got?
Get the
Colorado River out here, and we decided to, you know, we got to advertise for Make It Run Again, so we're graffitiing our own truck. You can see, we can see Make It Run Again. Make It Run Again number 3. Yeah, it's looking good out here. We're gonna get a better look at this this Colorado River here in just a minute. How awesome. Well, let's just hope this freaking thing don't go into gear while it's running. We will have some issues. There's the truck.
This is how high 747 is.
This is it. This is how high 747 is. What do you got, dude? Shoot that thing. What you got? What you got?
It's empty.
Is it? Oh. Woo! Dude, it's...
I heard it pop though. I think we blew our radiator cap. Like it melted it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
it's hot.
Did we... What's up? Where's our tranny?
There's no trans dipstick?
No. I wonder if the oil will go.
Did he get it or no? The trans works great.
We got any tranny food in it?
Oh yeah.
There ain't no oil in it.
There ain't no engine oil either.
Hold on a minute.
You better put that back in
This
the
thing
engine.
might not. Let's see if we got oil.
It sounded good. It wasn't knocking.
Well, it's a Cummins.
I know. They'll run. They'll run 500 degrees with no. Yeah, there's no oil. It's used a gallon of oil.
We might have to put a little oil in.
Yeah, it might not hurt.
Ooh. Yeah, here's where we're at right now.
I still smell coolant.
We got water. We got water though. But it don't like it when you put it in there. It don't like it.
What do you think? You got her full?
Yeah.
It's full to the top?
We went until she bubbled right the time it turned off too.
Nice.
You know when they're so hot, they're going.
Yeah, it was making that noise.
Yeah.
1540. Are
They
you
got
ready?
they got some used 1540. I'll take it. You're out. You're done.
Whoa.
There's your radiator cap. We're ready for another 20 miles.
Round 2.
I had to push you over that last little bit of the hill
What
right there.
junk? Does Dan know what junk he's getting?
He does. He's been watching this the whole time. I guarantee you.
Oh, that's good.
What up, Dan?
Hey, what's going on? You made it, huh?
What's
going on, man?
I don't know how, but we did.
I know you've been watching.
Yeah.
That's enough of that. Where's this truck at?
Yeah.
It's up the street.
Let's go.
We go check it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. We got to get it running before it gets dark. All right, so here we are with Dan. Dan's Auto Wrecking. This door that just opened is the actual Route 66 road right here. Right through here is the original Route 66, and about 10 feet off of this road is our square body Chevy. Okay guys, look, the square body is up to $1,500 right now. We're walking into the junkyard right now to go look at it. Dan,
Yeah.
when was the last time you drove this truck in here?
It's been 20 years. 20 years ago it got driven in here and never been moved since.
So 20 years it's been sitting here, and if you look at the landscaping of where we're at right now, look at this 67 Chevy truck. Looks really good, that blue one. This is the landscape. Hey, if you guys don't think for a minute that once you buff this out, it's gonna look so bitchin'. Look at the grill shell in this thing. It's cherry. Yeah. So we're gonna get this fired up pretty soon. All right, let's see what's under the hood, buddy. Oh yeah, a little 3050 Chevy. Pretty nice. And it'd be nice to have air.
I don't think you're gonna get air out of that.
So you think she threw a rod?
I think it threw both rods. Oh, 2 cylinders.
Got in here. Woo-hoo! Got a little quadrajet. Yeah, I'm home. Hey, you know what? It looks pretty good in there.
Something's been living.
I mean,
in
the
there.
rats have been in here, but they didn't get in there. You know what? Let's just dump that while we got a chance.
Oh, look at that carburetor.
Wow.
Fluorescent
What's going
green.
on with that?
Hey, 20 years ago, that was cool.
That was cool. Somebody's in their shop.
Do you think there's anything in it?
No,
I'm saying no.
there can't be. That
What
shit.
are you saying,
I
Dan?
think probably not.
Probably not.
Whoa.
Holy crap, there is some in there.
Only one of them's empty.
Wow, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
Half good.
Yeah, the good thing is it's the front. Because you know we don't want to pull them hubs apart.
No.
Dude, look at this.
Oh, dude,
Take-
save that. Save that.
You can take toilet paper off
Save
the
that.
list.
We might have to get somewhere along the way. I didn't have one of these hanging on the wall at home, or I would have brought it.
Removing all of the trash. Over the years in this junkyard, they have just been putting other pieces in the bed of this truck, and it's all just garbage. Wheels, there's an old toolbox in there, and just a bunch of junk. We've got to get it all out and get it cleaned up so that we can drive it.
We might be able to use these for our center caps. There are pieces there.
These won't fit, Steve. We're trying to find beauty rings. Steve wants to put beauty rings on these wheels and doll them up a little bit. So we're walking around the junkyard trying to find these beauty rings, and we come across this little brown boat.
Look at this freaking boat. You see
What's
this
he
thing?
doing with that?
I don't know.
And we get talking, and Steve comes up with a great idea to put it on the back of the truck and take it to the lake.
Dude, that'd be so cool. It's spring break, isn't it?
Yeah. We go down to tour the London Bridge.
Oh man, them hot chicks are gonna be so impressed with us.
Inspected safe in 1971.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, what floor?
Well, it's not all the way through.
Through what? The bottom of the boat?
all the way through. I mean, this top is cool. It looks like the top of like a, you know what it reminds me of? Like a 65 Ford Galaxy.
Now we got 2 cars to make run.
It's got a whole whopping 150 horse freaking inline 6-cylinder in it.
Probably does a whole whopping 40 miles an hour.
That's perfect for us.
So why don't we make it a goal to take this boat to Lake Havasu and take away all the attention?
Spring break, baby.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go talk Dan out of this boat. Cause I wonder if the horn works, so we can like, hey.
We gotta make it work. So we can honk at the lake.
I haven't.
You know how these things are. Well, I don't turn, that turns.
Oh yeah, yeah, she's turning. Yeah, yep.
We're good.
Feels good too.
We come across a boat.
You did?
There's like an old brown boat up here. We were thinking it's like spring break in Havasu, and it would be really awesome to take a boat with us.
Okay.
So what do you think about the boat?
That brown one over yonder
Yeah.
with the 6-cylinder Chevy in it?
Yeah.
I think that could probably be yours. I probably owe you that much and maybe a little more for the stuff you brought me today.
Well, we're not done yet.
We haven't left.
Well, don't get carried away.
we haven't. Yeah, we're still shopping. Merlin's going around this truck mechanically trying to figure out every little thing that could be wrong. I'm looking at what's missing. Like what do we need for this truck to keep it looking right and get it down the road?
Got a freaking fluorescent carburetor, I'm telling you. That carburetor, I just haven't seen anything like that since 1988. Crank it!
Oh yeah, we're ready to fire this baby up.
Okay.
We just cranked on it, sounded good. Here we go.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah. I hear spark jumping.
Do ya?
The rat's got one of the wires.
Did
Hold
they?
on. We gotta fix it. Come look at this.
Kind of ratty, huh?
Yeah, a rat chewed one of the damn wires right in half. I can hear spark jumping and I got fuel all over.
Holy-
We're gonna have a fire.
Like, gosh, dang.
Like, he said, that one's mine.
That one, he chewed that baby right in half.
Right in half.
Well,
That's hilarious. That one right there. Oop, she's short. This one. It's got plenty of fuel, don't pump it. Yeah. He's missing a little. Start off.
how do you like that? Ignition's off. How many plug wires are hanging off?
I don't know, but that cylinder's not firing. So we put the plug wire on, and Steve cranks it over, and it starts up. But it sounds terrible, and I have a feeling there's so many cylinders misfiring that somebody has moved the wires around on the cap.
Our firing order's a little shoddy.
Number 1 is for sure firing. Number 8 is definitely not. So let's go ahead and pull that off because that was firing. But that second one's not. Is it the second one? Yeah, it's the second one. Okay, so 1, 8, 4, 3. We had that on 6, so that's 3.
Let's see if it sounds any better. There was about 4 wires. It's either really bad now or it's perfect.
Ready? Sounds better. Sounds a lot better.
Sounds better. I'm gonna turn it up just a little.
Yeah, she's idling though. That's nice.
I'm impressed the fuel pump's working. After we switched the wires around and the engine started up, it amazed me how smooth it actually ran. I didn't expect it to run that good. No smoke, no nothing, just smooth as glass.
Freaking cool, dude. 20 years.
Hey, let's get it dug out of here and get our boat and head on down the road.
All right, let's do it.
There you go. You got it? Steve looks over and he says, "Do you smell coolant?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I smell coolant." All of a sudden, the engine starts knocking, and he puts it in neutral and it dies, and we roll off to the side of the road. And all I can think is we've blown the engine up.
I mean, it's hot, the thermostat's open, but there ain't no pressure on it. How much gas have we used?
Almost all of our can.
Did we?
Yeah, it's quite a bit of it.
About 7 miles.
Quite a bit of it. So yeah, one more fill up, we'll probably make it. It's 10 miles to Yucca. That's what the sign says.
Gas in the radiator. It's the best ever.
So here it comes. Look out. Woo, deja vu. I lost oil pressure and spun a rod bearing.
I think we did. There's something going on in there.
Let's see if it'll start. Steer cap's terrible.
Want some more in there?
Yeah, a little more. A little more, what the hell. It's hot. It's still not full.
Kind of starting to sound a little bit better.
Believe it or not, the temperature gauge does work.
Where's it at right now?
It's about half. But it was,
We need to get a light in there.
I wonder if it was airlocked and you filled the radiator and didn't get the block full.
Should have just pulled the damn thermostat out of it.
I know. So we get water back in it, and I have a feeling we just didn't have it full of water when we left Dan's. I'm afraid it might have had an airlock because it overheated within the first 5 miles after leaving Dan's.
All right, well, we have a 1 gallon gas can. Right? Pointing at it, Marlon, where is it? That's our gas can, and it's basically collapsed.
We didn't vent it very well.
We didn't do a very good job venting, but we're out of gas anyway. So listen, we're driving about, what are we doing, about 7 miles? How many miles do you think we went? 7 maybe?
Yeah, about 7.
So we're doing about 7 miles of the gallon right now because we're only got a gallon going. We've got about 2 more miles to Yucca. We'll update you when we get there. We're broke down, baby. On the side of the road. Okay, so we finally get to Yucca. We get to my buddy Will's place that has Hillbilly Mobile. And he's got this great shop with a lot of tools. And he's right on I-40 right there. So it's a perfect place for us to work on this thing. But I'm telling you right now, it has been a long day and all of us are beat. So we're gonna get some sleep and continue this tomorrow. So day 2 on this vehicle, when we get in the shop out there, thank goodness we had a shop because it was so windy outside that without the shop, it would have been a lot rougher. We had a hard day the day before. So once we pulled in there, Will was there, we had the detail guy there, and we had some extra help in there, and it made our life a lot easier. So, you know, Merlin's digging deep on the mechanical part of this, seeing what we need, what we're gonna have to do to make this thing run right. You know, even all the way there the night before, it was chugging and misfiring and, you know, there's things that we need to do. So we're getting a list on maybe some points, a condenser, plugs, plug wires, you know, setting the timing on this thing. There's a lot of little things. So he's going through that, and I'm looking at the vision of this truck and how I want it to look, how I want it to set, and how I want it to feel going down the road. So Merlin's gonna modify the gallbladder. And this right here is basically what puts the good fluid through your cooling system or the bad, like a gallbladder.
Yeah, this was Steve Darnell right before he went in for surgery, and then the surgeon goes, well, you know, we just need to like get rid of this little gallbladder thing here, and you know, you'll feel a lot better. You're gonna be a little sore at first, but you'll be all good after that.
Where you need to pull the thermostat out and have a look at it. I have a feeling the thermostat has a problem, so I want to look at it. And what I really want to do is just cut it open and delete it. I want to get rid of the thermostat. I don't trust it. It's already overheated once on us. I don't want to take a chance down the road.
Okay. Thermostat's cleaned out. Got the jalapeno pressure out of the way. We're gonna have to relocate our little safety piece here.
We cleaned up and sanded and painted the original wheels to get ready for our Falcon tires, which without the Falcon tires, it wouldn't have been near as smooth a ride on the way home.
If you really want to do something in a short amount of time, you can do it. Just get a couple of friends together and make it happen.
Let's see if it'll start.
All right,
Crank it
let's
up.
do it.
Crank it up. Out of gas now.
Is it leaking?
Yep.
So we tried to start the truck back up after we put the fuel pump on, and now the truck won't start. Turns out one of the hoses underneath that's hard is cracked and it's sucking air. We're gonna either have to drop the fuel tank or pull the bed to put a piece of hose in there to get to the fuel pump. I'd like to just bypass that selector because it's so dry and rotten and just run off the one tank. Just pull off the one tank.
I mean, we could crawl under this truck and struggle with it, but hey, Will has got a lift in his shop. Why not use it? Go up one more till it locks.
I don't need a lock. It locks every 4 inches.
Then let's just cut these out. Let's run some straight pipes. Still sound good going down the road. So underneath this truck and looking at the fuel lines, the exhaust is literally right in the way of being able to get the fuel line pushed on. Now, the only way to really get to these tanks is pull the bed off it to do it right. We had a little tiny window to reach into to put the fuel line on, but the only way to do it was cut the exhaust off it, which I thought was a good idea anyway.
You know how loud this thing's gonna be.
Who cares? You know, I'm glad that we had this lift because I was really curious on what this four-door Chevy looked like underneath. This is where it's going to tell the whole story of the truck. Once we lift this thing up, I get a good look underneath it, and I'm thinking, I don't see no rust, none in the floor pans, and that's usually where they rust on these trucks.
That chain's stupid.
Did your mom ever like chew your butt for using bad language? She goes, how could you have such a filthy mouth? I didn't raise you that way. I'm like, Mom, I was raised in a steel yard with a bunch of felons. Okay?
So Steve wants to lower this truck. It's a leaf spring rear suspension, and we're gonna have to take the U-bolts off, take the leaf springs apart, and actually remove some of the leaves in order to get it to lower down.
Let me know if you need more.
Got like one hole that burns.
So you gotta think, I mean, this truck rear end has not been apart in 47 years. So we really had to beat hard on it to get it loosened up.
Hold on. Oh yeah.
Huh?
That one's gone.
That one's in.
So now what we got to do
Just put those on there and stack them on top.
is put a shorter bolt in. Is we'll cut a piece of tubing and make us a spacer
For our
top.
Yeah, and then just put
and
that
then
back
put
on
that,
there.
Yeah, this piece.
Yeah, back
Right.
on. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then we'll wire wheel those U-bolts down. You want to wire wheel them?
Yeah. So at this point right now, we need to start lowering this truck. I have a vision, I'd like to go about 3.5 inches on the front and drop probably 4 to 4.5 inches in the rear. But to do that, we have to do this old school style, like they did back in the old days, because we don't have a lowering kit sitting here on the shop floor. We're in a hurry. We want to get this thing on the ground and we want to do it right now.
Steve and I come up with the idea to put a spacer on top of the U-bolt to take up the space of the leaves we removed.
Oh yeah. So, putting these black wheels on this truck really kind of starts to bring it to life, I mean, anytime you darken up the wheels on something, I think it just really brings depth to the color. And now I can start to see the vision of how this truck's gonna look once we get it on the ground. I mean, you're not bad. I mean, it's 31 exactly. It's a 1/4 inch lower over here is what it's saying. For rideability and usability, yeah,
right.
It's good. When you start dumping any harder than that, then
yeah, you need drop
we're
spindles.
We're gonna be beaten down the road.
It looks good.
It looks good lowered though. Okay, we've been in here busting our ass today. You guys ready to see this truck? It looks pretty good.
So we got the oil in, we got the water in.
Might want to double check that. Last time you asked me to put water in,
we were on the, yeah, but we didn't have a stuck thermostat, okay?
Yeah, we got our thermostat fixed. We got
ready.
a new fuel pump on it. We put new fuel lines in it. We
set the timing.
Set the timing. Changed spark plug wires. We had those all crossed up. Lowered the truck. Put wheels and tires on it. Buffed it. Wet sanded it.
We didn't touch the brakes.
Wow, they feel good.
Parking brake even works. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they feel good.
Let's
I think we should just hook
onto our boat and head for
Havasu. Let's do it. Are you ready to get going?
We only have one life jacket, and I'm taking it because I don't know how to swim.
That's right, I don't plan on sinking. We're only gonna get probably about 20 feet from the shore. I can swim to the shore, it's 20 feet.
So let's keep it within 20 feet so you can swim and pull me in because I don't know how to swim. Dude, it's a nice day to go to the lake.
Let's go.
Well, let's go get our boat
Let's go
running
get our boat fixed.
so we can go. Where are we going?
Flip a coin.
We got
What do you want, orange or blue?
orange or blue.
Home Depot or Lowe's, which one you want?
I was thinking maybe a boat restoration shop, but let's go, heads is orange.
Ooh. Tails, we're going to friggin' Lowe's.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So then we arrived to Lowe's where I thought, okay, for sure this is a great spot to work on our boat. We've got all the tools we need. We got all the material we need in there. Let's build our boat in the parking lot. Hey Merlin, come here and look at this. Look at this, I've been wet sanding on this thing. Look at that.
Oh, dude, that looks good.
Got that little bit of green underneath
Why
it.
couldn't it be green? Why did it have to be
I
painted
know,
brown?
dude, but you know what? That little bit of green
Coming through the brown.
The brown that's kind of in the side of the truck.
Right.
I think if we could pop a bunch of this green out, it's gonna look good. So down in the hull of this boat, it looks like the termites have literally just eaten the floor out of this boat. And we need to patch that and fix it, and we need to get all the crap out of there. And right in the middle of it, Will is saving the day again. He's backing in with a service truck. This is gonna make life a lot easier.
Right on schedule.
Nice.
Wonder if he brought breakfast.
I don't know, but I'm hungry. Hey, we're here at Lowe's. I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna get some parts that we need for this boat and start getting going on it. sounds good.
So to be lake ready, I know we need to put a propeller on it because it's ground down from dragging it on the road, and we need to put a water pump in the outdrive unit.
So from John's place, we got the prop. We machined down a little piece. He's got it set up. But where we got to go now is Barrett Marine at AJ's shop, where this place is absolutely incredible. These guys work on $1 million plus boats. So we finally get the boat out on the water. Merlin puts the throttle down on this thing, and I cannot believe how fast this thing is. You know, here's a boat that we literally drug out of the junkyard 2 days before we actually got it on the water. And the feeling of being out there and feeling the torque of this boat and how smooth it is through the water just blew my mind.
We're rolling! No, we're swimming. We're gonna be swimming! Yeah! The boat runs, and we are actually on the lake, doing all of like maybe 20 miles an hour. How many knots is that? Hey, listen.
Woo! Almost 6,000 RPM, and we're gone across the lake. So while we're on Lake Havasu City, we decide we're going to idle the boat through the Bridgewater Channel and underneath the London Bridge. This London Bridge is like, it's a really famous bridge. It's not the London Bridge, but it is from London. It was across the Thames River, built in the 1860s. It was bought by a land developer that owned Havasu at the time and brought here in 1968.
You know, cruising out of there and heading back out to the lake, the sunset is just gorgeous. I mean, the day wound up being so beautiful. I mean, I can't explain how great it was until I turn around and I see Merlin standing there instead of some hot chick.
Steve, come check this out.
Get the steering column in?
Dude, look at this bar. So this bar goes deep up inside the steering column here.
It's on a gear.
It has this little nylon gear on the end of the lock cylinder assembly. And that's what rotates this thing to start. Put a new gear and a new lock cylinder in it.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice. Okay. All right, guys, it is our final day. Hopefully tonight we will see you at Circus Circus when we stop to finish the truck up tonight and talk about it. We got all our sponsors stickers put on this morning. We had to fix the steering column. We had a bunch of stuff that had to be done on the truck. Right, Merlin?
You know what the best part about this night was? I got to sleep in my own bed. Probably the only episode ever I get to sleep in my own bed.
And Merlin's wife, the face fixer, has definitely taken care of us. I mean, fed us the whole time. So thanks to her. And I know we had biscuits and gravy this morning. Can you tell? first thing I do is get out of the truck and I can smell the alcohol in one of these boats, and it smells good. That's expensive.
Yeah,
That's
the
really
$18 a gallon stuff.
That's crazy. So when I show up, of course they know who I am, and it's just good conversation from there on out. Hey guys, how you doing? Basically, when you pull out of Parker, it's desert all the way to Vegas. So 2-lane road, kind of lonely. On the way out of there, there's this really cool old metal bridge. It's all riveted together. It was just a neat scene. You know, pulling down onto the Las Vegas Boulevard, when you pull onto the strip, it is just an amazing feeling to be down there. I mean, the people, the energy, the lights, Vegas. I love Vegas. You want to race your 4-door against my 4-door? Well, look, another successful make it run again. Man, I'll tell you what, we were broke down before we even started this episode. I mean, I think we only made it 10 miles out of Las Vegas and we were broke down in the trolley. And then from there, it was like, is the trolley gonna make it? I had to push him over the hills to get there. Once we get to Dan's, then the work starts again. We gotta get the green truck out. We're gonna try to fire it up. We're working on things. We got to find tires. This thing will roll around.
Oh yeah, then you got to add a boat to it.
I think you added the boat to it.
Seriously?
So then we added a boat to it, and with that boat becomes boat activities. So we had to take it to the lake. We had to go to the freaking boat races. I mean, this whole episode has been a lot of work.
That's a lot of ground to cover in 4 days.
It really
Seriously.
is. And here we are at the Circus under the light. I'm home. I'm hungry. I'm tired. And we'll see you guys on the next Make It Run Again. And let me tell you guys something. We are running this Make It Run Again on a small crew. Our filmmaker and our editor is the same guy. Me and Merlin are basically producing and directing, and I've got a couple of my guys in the shop that run with us just to help out. This is real live all the time. So when you see us out there, the camera guy is right with us. He's editing it just like it really happened. There's nothing fake here. We're not out pre-starting this truck. These things don't run. We just show up and make them run. Hey, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Almond Auctions. Number 1, for carrying this auction. It's working out really good. Number 2, Industrial Injection. We've been friends forever. Thank you guys so much for helping us through this thing. Falcon Tires, we couldn't make it without you. Our tires, we always need tires, and that's a fact. Circus, thank you for the reveals and the free steak dinners that I get over at the steakhouse. And if you've never eaten there, you better go check it out. And Welder 101, thank you, you guys, which is part me, for sponsoring this, and WelderUp. Without WelderUp, I wouldn't be here right now. And hey, our new sponsor, Southern Kentucky Classics. Listen, for this truck right here, if you guys are looking for any parts, I don't care what it is, look them up for your square body, your round body, 67 to 72. Check them out. These guys are great. They're new sponsors of us, and thank you.
Hey, very nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Steve.
man. Thanks for coming, dude. We got a good little truck there. These guys over here at Southern Kentucky Classics right here,
Yeah.
they could get you all this trim. See, somebody just got, this is the only thing they took off this truck in the wrecking yard in 21 years.
Right.
The wheels, put some new tires on it.
Love that it's lowered.
Yeah. You're gonna look good driving this too. Seriously, you definitely fit the truck.
All right, well, thank you, Steve.
Right on, brother.
Very much.
Hell
Very
yeah,
nice
dude.
to meet you.
Get down the road, dude. Where are you living in?
I'm
Phoenix?
out of here.
You're in Phoenix?
Going back to Phoenix.
Oh yeah, dude. You'll have
Great
fun.
shot.
Just go fill it up with gas. Yeah, dude, that looks good.